Guys, here we are. Stoomboy, the Combat Companion. So, obviously, all shows brought to you by Hard Life Fightwear. So, Hard Life Fightwear, obviously, offering a range of fight apparel for whether it be jiu-jitsu, grappling, MMA. They do, obviously, the nations, rash guards, and short sets. They do custom stuff as well. So, anybody looking for some fucking fantastic custom gear for whatever they're doing, then just hit up Hard Life Fightwear at hardlifefightwear.co.uk. You can use the discount code STOOM15, so you will get a little bit of a discount from whatever you're buying. So, I'm going to be talking about jiu-jitsu. So, obviously, jiu-jitsu is my love. Okay, obviously, MMA stuff's good. It's good to talk about MMA, but yeah, we're going to talk about jiu-jitsu today. So, my guest today then is Robbie Ferguson, Mandala Escocia Jiu-Jitsu. So, Robbie's been on an absolute tear. I'd say obviously starting coming through his white belt. He did okay. He did okay. Robbie will obviously explain a bit about it. But since getting his blue belt, everything changed for him, and he's been on an absolute tear, submission machine. I mean, Robbie's only got one thing in mind when he steps on a mat against you, and that's to finish you as quickly as
Yeah.
possible. We saw him at ADCC recently, fought a very, very good high-level purple belt in Mitch Oley and come away with a submission. So very, very big scalp in such an early part of his career as well. So, so we'll hear a little bit about that. So definitely one of my guys. I love seeing Robbie out there. I love seeing what he's. I love seeing everything about him, man. So definitely a very, very exciting guy to watch. But Robbie, absolute pleasure, brother. Thank you
Thank you,
for
man. Thank you for having me on. Fucking legend,
no,
mate. Legend. Very happy
absolute
to be here.
pleasure. Yeah, well, see,
Yeah,
since
man.
I'd done, then when I'd done the changeover, obviously I was MMA UK before.
Aye,
But
aye.
then once I went to the Combat Companion, did my own thing. I'm like, well, fuck, do you know what? I'm going to go back to the way I used to do it myself
Mm-hmm.
before. And the way I used to do it was always like jujitsu. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously being at MMA UK, started off doing jujitsu, but then I kind of
Mm-hmm.
fell away a little bit, and it was the majority was MMA. Don't get me wrong, MMA is like bigger than jujitsu.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But Jets guys, we still fucking love to talk shit, man.
Like,
You
listen,
know
man.
what I mean?
But just guys are way more yappy because they didn't get punched in the fucking face, man. Like, that's the best part about it, man. You can talk all this shit. At the end of the day, it just stops after that.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. So, Robbie, tell us about you then. So, when did you start? When did you get into jiu-jitsu?
So, I first started for a year when I was like 14. Like I done it quite young. Like I was just in the house all the time playing games, and my stepbrother was just like, "We need to get you the house." He's a purple belt now, but at the time he was a blue belt, and he was like, "We need to get you at the house, day son." So for a year, I done jits like once, twice a week, and I loved it. But then as I kind of turned into a teenager, you came was like you came was like you go out party with your friends and that. Then it was actually like during COVID, like when I was like 17, 18, that I was like, I need to do something. I need to do something because I was just bored all the time. I was like, I quite like jits. It was really fun. And originally wanted to get into MMA. And funnily enough, one day I'm just walking down and I see wee Barry Monroe, and he's just like, "Bro,
Hobbit,
you're
man.
pretty
We love the
good at
Hobbit. We love the
that."
Hobbit.
Wee dick, wee dick. Cheeky wee dick, mate. He comes up to me, he's like, "You're pretty good at that, man. You should come down," because he's got like a wee matted area down at his house. And this was totally not during COVID. I went down to his house and we would train like every day, and then I just fell in love with it, mate. Like I just loved it. Then when the gyms opened back up again, I immediately wanted to get back into it and just fucking heat first. Heat first. I started training 5, 6 times a week as much as I could, and
Yeah,
yeah, ever since then I've just been addicted to it, man. It's so
yeah,
fun, so fun.
yeah. I'd say white belt, obviously, a little bit of success. Obviously, not too much at white belt, but I mean, white belt's always about finding your feet and
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Just learning, getting through the basics and all that kind of stuff. So, obviously, again, a little bit of success. How was the white belt for you?
it was good. Like I was really spazzy as a white belt as you are, like really fucking spazzy. And it was just kind of more finding out how to actually do technique. It's just like normal stuff, but immediately once again the gym's open, I was like, I want to compete. I don't know what it was. I was like, I really want to compete, and I'd never competed at anything in my life before. Like the most competitive stuff I've done is again play games. So I was just like, I just want to compete. It's something new. I want to try it, and definitely like not what I expected. I mean, my first comp, I got like a takedown I'd never done before. And I'm like, oh my god, that was awesome. And then I couldn't feel my arms after because of the adrenaline, man. And I was like, okay, this is different. And I kept competing at white belt, but wasn't regular. Like it wasn't regular. It was just kind of more like I need to do it, get out of the way, so I get used to it. But it was fucking tough, man. it was
Yeah,
tough.
yeah,
Definitely a lot of like anxiety on the day, like not knowing what I was doing basically. Like I would train so hard leading up to the fight, but then I would show up in the day like shitting myself, like not excited for it. Like I'd put the fear into myself basically, which isn't. It's not what it's about. It's not what
yeah,
it's about.
that's the thing. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, especially people watching, whether it be any kind of combat sport at all they're seeing is the guy going out there, or male or female, going out there, and they all
Mm.
seem dead confident when they walk out into the onto the mats or cage, boxing ring, or whatever they're doing. But then, I mean, a lot of it. Don't get me wrong, a lot of it is physical, but there's a very big part that's mental.
Oh
Do you know what I mean? The mental part, and that's the thing that people forget, and it can be difficult to. I mean, especially we were talking before we came on air. The one thing I get is I don't get nervous, but I get excited, and then I could then have a complete adrenaline dump.
aye.
Um, so there's a lot of a lot of mental things go on because I mean,
Oh
like, you're sitting there thinking, "Oh, am I going to beat this guy? Am I not going to beat this guy? Am I going to how am I going to finish him? What am I going to do here? What am I going to do there?" But the whole time it's about just stepping on the mat and just going with whatever the fuck happens.
yeah, exactly, man. Like I said to you before, the thing that just changed me when I kind of got my blue belt and I started competing this year was just thinking before the match. You signed up for this. You love doing this. Be excited, man. There's no
Yeah,
reason to be nervous. You know what you've got yourself into. You've trained for it. Just fucking go out and have fun, man. Like
yeah,
this is the fun part. This is the fun part, going out and actually fighting. The training's
yeah.
awful.
Yeah. And training's always the hard part. I mean, I always say, do you know what I mean? Who's it that said it? Muhammad Ali, the worst part of any kind of fighting was always the training. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
absolutely hated the training. Mike Tyson said it as well. He fucking hated the training. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But fight night, he was 100% ready to go. Do you know what I mean? But and Mike Tyson was always one that I always like when he talks about his fights and he talked about how nervous he used to get. Right
Oh,
now, you're talking about Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's fucking
it's
one of the
nice to
best.
hear he feels it.
Yeah, but one of the best heavyweight boxers and one of the most devastating heavyweight
Mm,
boxers. Do you know what I mean? Because he would come out and literally want to kill you. Do you know what I mean? But I remember him saying he used to come out and he said he would on that walk or just before he's about to make the walk. Do you know what I mean? He had all these things going through his head, and even weeks before it was this guy's going to kill me. This guy's going to do this. And he said the whole time he was just very, very nervous. And then he said as
mhm.
soon as he started making that walk and as soon as he got in the cage, suddenly he was a fucking god. Do you know what I mean? He
Yeah.
said that
Oh
I
yeah.
was the man. Do you know what I mean?
100%. Like I think it's really important competing. Like see my day. Like see now. Obviously, like I've been competing a lot this year. My day has. I've got like a really like strict schedule of how my day's gonna go. Like what time I wake up. Like knowing that I need to get ready to like kind of make that change when competing.
Yeah.
Like oh, it's not like you're rolling in the gym, man. Like as much as the gym I come from, they're all fucking. Honestly, it's just smash round
Very
after
good
smash.
level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, man. Honestly, Mandala's just got some of the toughest people. Like they're just non-stop. The pace is awful. So, but it's still not the same as competition. Nothing's the same as competition. So you kind of need to like prepare to like do whatever you need to do. Especially if you're really, really after the win. Like you need to like kind of change into a certain mindset to go out and do
Yeah.
what you need to do.
Yeah. Mate, we're nuts, man. Anybody that does
Oh
this
fuck, I
for fun,
man.
don't get me wrong, MMA fighters get paid for it, but a lot of Jits guys, man, we don't get paid nothing, man. Do you know what I mean? And
I
for us to
wish.
want
I
to,
wish.
yeah, but
I
for us
wouldn't
to
mind
go
a
out
wee
and
penny after doing some crack shit,
yeah,
man. But
but
I'll do
for
I'll
us to
do the
go out and
crackhead
do
shit.
this, yeah, I
Aye.
mean, for us to go out and do this for fun, people look at us
Mm-hmm.
and think, fucking absolute crackpots, man. Do you know what I mean? But this is what like, people do things for fun. Like people might go out and have a bevy with their pals or do you know what I mean? Do whatever they're doing. You talked about gaming and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? They do that for fun, but we like
Mm-hmm.
to go out and just choke each other and fucking try and rip each other's arms off
And
and legs
how do
off.
you explain to people that you're doing it to your friends as well? Like, like everyone likes each other in jiu-jitsu. Most folk. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
another thing that I love, man. See, after you've had like a proper scrap with someone, the respect is just there, man. You're gonna be pals with them. Like,
Yeah,
there's so many opponents that I've had that knew, like, each time I see them at a comp, I'll stop and talk to them because at the end of the day, you are both wanting the same thing. You are both going out there having fun, trying to kill
yeah,
each other. That's great. That's great.
yeah.
Like,
Tell us about blue belt then, because obviously a blue belt come, got your blue belt, everything seemed to change for you, certainly in regards to
mhm.
competition and stuff like that. So, but it seemed like a lot of things started clicking into place for you.
Yeah. So it was kind of like when I first got my blue belt, I was still kind of in that stage where I didn't know how I felt about competing. I had a match in SGI and it didn't go my way. Like I said, I had a lot of like nerves that day. I was like, why the fuck am I doing this, man? So after that, I said to myself, I'm going to stop competing for a wee bit and just concentrate on coaching. And then that like actual following month, I got Lyme disease, like really, like I got it bad, and I could not train at all for like 2 to 3 months.
Yeah,
Like it was brutal. Kind of if I was going to be able to do jits anymore. So when I came back and I started like training again, I was like, oh, okay, I'm really enjoying this again. Like it was kind of like a new lease of life for me. I was loving it so much, and then all my pals were like, "Oh, we're going to go to the British, the ADCC British, and we're just going to compete. Would you want to do it?" And I was like, fuck it, why no? Like I might not be able to do it again. Like so, I
yeah,
just went done it again. I fucking loved it. I had a total scrap, but again, total adrenaline dump because
yeah,
it was my
yeah.
first time competing again. But after it, I was like, well, yeah, competing's for me. Like I knew after that, I was like, I fucking love this shit. And ever
Aye,
since then, man, I sign my name up for anything that I can, anything that I
yeah.
can do, and get out there and just do what I love.
2024 has been an amazing year so far. Do you know what I mean? It's been
Yeah,
a
it's been good.
absolute amazing year. Do you know what I mean? But look at, I mean, anybody wants to see, go and have a look at Robbie on Smooth Comp. Do you know what I mean? You can see 23 and before, and then obviously 24 and 24. Do you know what I mean? As I said, everything's changed for you.
Yeah.
Everything's changed.
Yeah, different competitors, mate. They're different competitors. Like, even if you watch me at white belt and watch me, you'd be like, "That's two different people." Just
Yeah,
because it's like white belt, I'm still kind of thinking I didn't really have a game. Like, I didn't have a game. I would never have a game plan going to compete. I'm just going to sub them. I'm just going to sub them. Whatever. I'm just going to sub them. I still do think that, but now I have an
yeah.
idea of what I sub them with.
Aye, how I'm going to sum up, yeah, because I remember that
Yeah,
as a white belt, and the coach always, my coach would always say, like, "What's your game plan?" Do you know what I mean? And I would say my whole game plan was, I'm going to go in, take them down, get into side control. If I end up in a guard, I'm going to pass into side
of course,
control,
of course.
right? And then I'm going to do something from there, submit them or go into the mount, submit them and stuff like that. And then they'd be like, so what takedown have you got? And I'd be like, any fucking takedown. Do you know what I mean? What guard pass are you going to use? Any guard pass. Do you know what I mean? So I knew what I wanted to do in my head, but I couldn't explain what it is I wanted to actually do. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, I know, I
um,
know, I know. You have that. You always like visualize it, and you're like, "That's how it's gonna go." Then that happens. You're like, "That is not how it went at all." like, it happens all the time, man. There was only like a handful of my matches where I knew it was gonna go, and it actually worked out that way. But very
yeah.
rarely, very rarely,
See if
like
I
it's
did.
just
See if I did. Yeah, but see if I ever did, I took the person down, I passed their guard, went into side
mm,
control, and then maybe submitted them with whatever. I would come back to the coach and I would say, I told you. Do you know what I mean? That's what I was going to do. And he
I know
was like, yeah, but you
nothing
never
better.
told me how you were actually going to do it. Do you know what I mean? So,
I assume you're a Kimura Americana type of guy, Stu.
well, I was. Do you know what I mean? I
How did
was.
I get
And then,
that? How did I guess that?
because you're a bigger guys tend to go for,
yeah.
and you know, bigger guys will go for Kimuras, Americanas. They'll go for. You won't tend to see a lot of bigger guys going for an amber because
What is
it's so, well, it's so
I
easy
think
to lose position. Do you know what I mean? So,
yes.
um,
Just
or
get big guys doing barren bowls and stuff. I think that's need to show off their skill more. Eh?
anybody over 100 kilos isn't doing bearing bowls, man. They're not
If
doing.
you can believe
If
it.
they do, listen. If they do a bearing bowl, man, they better get the fucking medics over as quickly as possible to come sort us out, man, because it was an accident. Do you know what I mean? And we've probably hurt ourselves. So,
Aye, they didn't mean it, man. They didn't mean it. One day, man. One day.
but nah, you tend to find, as I said, Americanas, Kimuras, bread cutter chokes, any kind of choke from top.
Yeah.
Um, even like mount. Do you know what I mean? I never really went into mount much because, and don't get me wrong, I got to the position where I could have taken mount no problem, but mount was always one of these positions because I'm smaller. I'm like 5'5". I'm
Mm-hmm.
hobbit size. Do you know what I mean? The same as Barry.
Yeah,
And the
he's
guys up,
yeah,
he's 5'2".
got,
He's
you've got some height.
he's 5'3" with them flip flops on, man. Do you know what I
Ah,
mean?
mate,
So,
honestly, it's freaked me the fuck out. Like, oh, it's disgusting, man. Get some shoes on. Get some
uh,
shoes on.
but for me being like 5'5", everybody that I fought in the super heavy division was always like 6 feet plus. So for me going on to mount wasn't the best position because I didn't have full control over them. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so I would always like stay side control. I was happy enough going into like half guard because I knew it was easier because I was smaller and I was able to kind of move my
And
body quickly. Yeah, so I didn't have an issue going from like guard to half guard and then into side control. And then yeah, ended up as a whatever submission. My favourite one's always the bread cutter choke. Do you know what I mean? So absolutely love it, man. Do you know what I mean? So north south was
yeah,
a good choke as well.
mm-hmm.
So
I love Mount, man. I know I'm like in one of the lighter weight categories, but I fucking love Mount. It's one of my like top positions. Like as soon as I want to be on top, I want to be in Mount. Like I love the mother's milk, mate. I love mother's milk and folk. It's class. Even, even though I'm tiny, it's class. It just makes it a wee bit worse.
mate, I got mother's milk by fucking probably the lightest grappler in the world, Shea Montague, right?
Oh, you
Fucking
didn't, man.
So I
Nah.
was rolling with Shay, right? And obviously, like, whenever I roll it, I even in the gym, do you know what I mean, the competition and all that, all I'm doing is I'm talking and all that in their ear, I'm whispering shit in their ear, and do you know what I
Ah,
mean? I'm just,
that's
yeah,
good.
I'm just annoying them, and then I was doing it to Shea Montague, and I was giving him the fucking talk. Oh, you're supposed to be a world champion, and blah blah blah. And then he then mother's milked me, and then he put it all over social media. Do you know what I mean? Because somebody done a video of it, right? They put it all over social media, and I'm like, fuck's sake, Shea. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that the only person that mother's milked me was somebody that weighed about fucking, I don't know I
Oh,
don't know,
he's like 50, 59 kilo, 60 kilo.
yeah, rooster
Oh,
weight or something. Yeah, I think he is. Do you know
oh,
what I mean? So.
that's a bad gym. Like,
But
uh,
he's you know what, Shea's the best, one of the best in the world. Do you know what I mean? So
oh,
I
bro,
don't
nothing bad. There's nothing bad to it.
nah, I don't mind. I don't mind, do you know what I mean? But he saw the funny part. Do you know
Oh,
what I
it's
mean? So
hilarious. This is the good thing about like training that. See embarrassing your pals, there's nothing better.
yeah.
There's nothing better. Like in competition, obviously you just go to win. Like there's no embarrassment or anything like. But in training, man, I love just ripping the piss out of my pals. Like it's phenomenal. Like I'll give them like I've got really flexible feet, so I'll just give them like a straight footlock and just watch them try and snap it, and they're like, "What the fuck?" It's so funny, man. It's so funny.
uh, oh no, that's the fun part about jiu-jitsu though. I mean, see if there wasn't that atmosphere going into the gym, do you know what I mean? Nobody would do it because
Aye.
do you know what I mean? For me, do you know what I mean? I know a lot of people do like weights and all that shit. Weights to me, and I'll do weights as well. Do you know what I mean? Because you have to obviously keep yourself kind of
Yeah.
stronger, fitter, or whatever you're doing. So, but going in and doing weights is fucking boring, man. Do you know what I mean? Like because you've got nobody to talk to. There's nobody there. You can't be looking at the guy next to you that's struggling to lift whatever and then be like, fuck's sake, mate, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Because it's a different type of atmosphere. Whereas obviously going to a jiu-jitsu gym, even an MMA gym as well, man, because it's the
Mhm.
same people. And we just rip the piss out of each other. And I've had people say, do you guys actually like each other? And you're like, yeah, we're like fucking very, very good pals. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah, if you weren't good pals, you wouldn't be saying like all this funny shit to each other, man. Like you
I
just
probably would. I would be. I definitely would. Do you know what I mean? So, mate, I get in a lot of trouble
fuck,
on these, man. I get in a lot
no,
of trouble, man. A lot of trouble. Do you know what I mean? But
fuck it, man. Again, we need fucking a wee bit of controversy.
what about? Because obviously you've done local comps, you've done obviously competition tournament styles, but you've also done your the sub onlys. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What do you prefer? Because obviously you do both.
I didn't really like comps to be honest. Like I just do it because it's like really good practice.
Yeah,
But I love an invitational, man. I love the invitational format. ADCC is fucking awesome.
yeah.
Like I honestly will want to get on that show every time they have something, man. Honestly, I love it, especially in the Golden Line as well. The wee atmosphere, like it's like a wee school fight. Like you've got the mat in the middle, everyone's like watching, it's dead silent, and that's fucking class, man.
Yeah.
And then I do like certain rule sets. I like the grappling industry rule set, like where you can reap, where you can reap to hold knee bar, all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, I enjoy that format, and ADCC rule set. That's probably my go-to rule set though. It's just the best. Like sub
Yeah.
only first half, then halfway through you need to kind of keep your wits about you when points are on. You need to kind of have a game plan. So
Yeah.
I probably would say DCC like Will says my go to
Yeah.
anyway. It's a good
Yeah.
mix. Good mix.
It's definitely a great rule set. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously, first 5 minutes, you don't need to worry about nothing. Do you know what I mean? It's just fucking. Do you know what I mean?
Full
Do
crack,
whatever.
full crackhead shit.
Yeah, yeah. So just go in there and do whatever. Do you know what I mean? Don't worry about
Yeah.
losing positions and all that kind of stuff. And then obviously the last 5 minutes, then start worrying about positions and so
hmm
on. So,
hmm
but try and get it all done and dusted in the first five. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
um,
Still
it's a
yet
great rule set.
point spit in ADCC like, but I'm ready for it when I do, man. I'm
Well,
ready for it.
it's an awesome rule set. And it seems to suit a
Mm,
lot of grapplers, not just across the world, definitely here in Scotland. Do you know what I mean? Because
mm,
we seem to have taken to the ADCC rule set very, very
oh,
well. Do you know what I mean? From an early belt, from white belt, blue belt, and upwards. Do you know what I mean? So we've taken to it pretty good.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. Some of the best athletes coming out of Scotland are on that show, ADCC, and it shows, man. Like it really does show.
Yeah, we obviously seen like Mark McQueen, obviously
Oh,
first person to obviously win the trials, make it all the way over to the big show,
I know.
um, and did everybody so proud? I know he was obviously he
Oh,
was
listen, man. The
happy.
fact
Do you know what I
that
mean?
Scotsman's stepping foot in that mat is fucking nuts. It's
Yeah,
so cool to see. It's inspiring. It's inspiring, especially with like the way grappling is to now with CGI or whatever the fuck it's called. Like it's awesome to see. Like see actually like it's inspiring because knowing that there could be a future for competitors like making that type of money. Like it's awesome to see, man. Especially folk like Mark going out there and doing what he's doing. So
yeah.
cool, man. So cool.
Mate, there's a whole load of people behind him, man. Do you know what I mean? As I said, in
Aye.
regards to other grapplers coming through, do you know what I mean? We saw that Cammy Donnelly was one of our most successful ADCC guys for years. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously Mark being the first Scotsman, first Scottish person, not just Scottish man, first Scottish person to make it all the way over to Vegas. And then, but there's a whole load of other people behind that are coming through that maybe the world's not heard of before that are gonna. But it's not.
Mm,
Matt's not going to be the only one. Do you know what I mean? There's
no.
going to be a shitload of people coming
Oh,
behind them.
Scottish Jiu Jitsu is so fucking underrated, mate. It is
Yeah,
criminally underrated. I can't wait for the next few years when all of us just start fucking unleashing on the UK. Like it's gonna be nuts. Like getting to that world stage is so like it's just in our grasp. It's
yeah,
gonna be amazing. Like we've got so many good guys coming out and we're just getting better. All of us. Like this is the good thing. Like there's not really like a bad gym culture anymore. It used to be like, oh, didn't I go train with them? Didn't I? Everyone trains with everyone.
yeah,
Like it's so good. I go to Hellfish every now and then to train with Big Mike and that, and the
yeah,
rounds that I get are awesome. Like it's just fun. I've been to Scottish Hit Squad as well to train a couple of times. It's good, man. It's really good.
yeah. You wouldn't have got that. I remember when I first started 2014, and at that time it was very much a different mentality. Nobody trained with anybody else. Don't get me wrong, there was like the Dinky Ninjas for MMA. I think it was a few gyms all kind of stuck for MMA. But in regards to jiu-jitsu, you wouldn't get the Grip House training with Gracie Baja. They wouldn't train with anybody. Hit Squad wouldn't train with everybody. So whereas now it's very much open. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, and the only way to get better is to be doing that, is to be going to other gyms, and because people get very comfortable training with the same people all the time. Because obviously
Mhm,
you'll know Barry Monroe's game inside out. He'll know your
mhm.
game inside out. Do you know what I mean? So, but if you go to like, I remember Barry when he came over to Marcus Nardini's, he was training over there for a bit. And do you know, when he came in, and I remember the first day he was talking about it, he said, mate, it was fucking awesome. Do you know what I mean? So, but it was
That's
different people for him.
yeah, yeah. I've been to Metatech as well, when they kind of like when they first opened, and going there because Metatech's a new gym. It's a lot of folk for a lot of different gyms. It was class because I get to roll with like folk kind of similar size to me, and like
Yeah,
it lets you at, man. Like knowing that you can stand your ground with some folk who are like quite high level, it gives you a lot of confidence. Also, while like getting battered off like Cammy Donnelly and that, you're like, oh, there's levels to this, man. There's fucking levels to this.
yeah. Mate,
That's
Cammy again's one of the top guys in the world. Do you know what I mean? So he's definitely up there. So and to get battered off him, mate, is do you know what I mean? It's an honour and a privilege.
it's great, like absolutely great. But
Yeah,
even at my gym as well, like you need to have someone to give you that round that you just know they're gonna batter fuck at you. Yeah, I
yeah,
think it's really important. Like for example, do you ken Cameron Mackay,
yeah,
Big Cam, old guy?
yep,
So ever since I've started like competing, that man has bullied me to the ground, like in the best way possible. Like an ideal round with him is like him just smothering me for 5 minutes. Like I know it's gonna happen each time I roll with him. It's just like I'm gonna die here, but I'm ready for it because it's just gonna make me better. It's just gonna make me better. He's helped my game so much, man. Like
yeah,
honestly,
yeah,
the stuff that both my coaches do, like Max, our black belt, he doesn't really like he's not really involved in the Scottish scene. He just kind of sticks to himself. But the knowledge that he passes down to us is just insane. Every week, man, we go up to Falkirk and he just tells us such good shit, like such good shit that helps us out in competition so much.
yeah, yeah. Nah, awesome gym, awesome people at the gym as well. So,
Oh man,
uh,
they're all fucking no right in the head, and it's the best thing. It's honestly the best possible way you want to train. They're all
that,
fucking nutters. Like,
that, that's why we all get on, man. That's where we all get on. Do you know what I mean? Because we've all got a screw loose somewhere. Do you know what I mean? So we don't know where it's gone, right? But do you know what I mean? And that's why everybody gets on in Scotland. Do you know what I mean? So
I know,
uh,
I know.
it's
You're
definitely going to be brilliant.
wrong in your head to be doing what we do. Like it's
Yes.
just when you tell folk like see when they like folk ask me, they're like, "Oh, do you play rugby because you're that?" Like, no, I do jiu-jitsu. And they're like, "Oh, what's that?" I'm like, "Oh, I just try and snap folks' limbs. They try snap mine. It's great fun." Like, like trying to tell someone, they're like, "Oh, okay." It was so weird because it's such a like a fun sport as well. Like, I didn't know how you can like tell folk who don't do it until they try it. You know what I mean?
Aye, aye. What did your family say? Obviously, like with your family, and you're like, do you know what? I want to do this properly. I want to do this. This is what I want to do.
Obviously, like I still work full time. I still
Yeah,
like I work on Monday to Friday, 9 till 5. But my family are really supportive. Like my mum especially. Like see once they started seeing how much I enjoyed it, like I literally so as soon as I finish a shift, I come in for like 10-15 minutes washing them out the house. Then I go down to the gym. Down at you, me and Barry started our own classes down at U gym. So we'll usually go down there, day a few classes, or I'll go to Falkirk. Then I'll only be back in the house till 10:30, and my mum's still like, "Oh, got dinner for you." Like, and same with my girlfriend. Like, see, my girlfriend's away in Malaysia now, but when she's here, it's always like she'll wait for me to get back into the house at like 10:30 at night. Still make me my dinner, and it's amazing. Like they all support me so much because they just know it's what I love to do.
yeah, yeah,
And it's good. It's a lot, obviously, but I love it. Like
yeah.
I love every second there, man. I love the grind. Like there's none better.
That's the thing. I mean, again, we talk about things people forget. I mean, the support network that we've got behind us to allow us to be able to do that. Do you know what I mean? Even things like small things like, do you know what I mean? Like I'll come home. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, when I'm training, I'll come home and I'll be in fucking agony. Do you know what I mean? There'll be an absolute agony, and my missus, and again, as you said, it'll be she'll have something to eat for me, or do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
and it means so much to you. Like yeah, it's little things, but it's just like it means a lot to you, man. Because these people are helping you do what you love. Like you couldn't do it without them. Like
yeah,
honestly, it's nuts how much like a little thing can go. Like it
yeah,
can go a long. It's it's good because, like I said, I got into it with like my stepbrother when I was younger, and my stepdad's always supported me doing it. Like he's just been like, "You're fucking good at it, so just fucking stick to it." even sometimes like even when I come home and maybe like especially white belt days when I've lost really fucking scunnered. I'd hate it. I hate losing. I don't like it. So when I come home and I'm a wee bit scunnered, they're like, "Well, you're still going back to the gym on Monday, like yeah, like just so you know, you're going back, like you're not giving up." Which I would never
Nah,
say.
I mean that we need that though. We need that push because especially after competition. I mean, yeah, nobody likes lose. Well, you don't get me wrong. You get to a point right where you're like, do you know what? I don't give a fuck whether I win, lose, draw,
Right.
whatever. But especially in them early days where, as a white belt, it means so much. Do you know what I mean? To be able to go out there and to win. Do you know what I mean? Come back with a gold medal because in your head you're like,
You're
if I go
proving
out
you
there, come back. Yeah, if I come back with a gold medal, everybody in the gym, I'm going to be a fucking legend. Do you know what I mean? But whether you come back with a medal or not, you're still the same fucking guy that you were before. Do you know what I mean?
right.
You'll just get more stick for coming back with a gold medal because they'll be like, "Oh, but you're a superstar now. Get on the
It's
fucking
expected.
mat."
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
expected.
yeah.
I need to
So
put that pressure on yourself. It's stupid, man. Just
yeah.
go it, like go and have fun.
Tell us about your biggest win. Biggest win, ADCC recently. Mitch Oley. As I said, Mitch Oley. I've known Mitch for a while. Do you know what I mean? Very, very good, high level purple belt, and do you know what I mean? Submission guy as well. He submitted a lot of fucking unbelievable people. So obviously going into that match, again, known. I don't know if you knew much about Mitch. Do you know what I mean? But
I did. So I actually like I seen his match in ADCC the last time he was on it when he snapped that guy's fucking knee with a heel hook. And I literally said, I was like, "Oh, I didn't want to fight that guy." Like, I was just like, "Oh, that'd be rough." Like, and then obviously I had quite a good year leading up to it. And then when Mop messaged me, he said to Barry, he was like, "I want to give Robbie Mitchell," and I was like, "Fucking yes, let's go." Like I was like, "Let's go, man," because it's going to be a tough challenge. Then the day he got offered to me, he got his purple belt as well. So I was like, "Oh, even better, man, even better." There was no stress in me. There was no because he comes for like probably one of the best gyms in the UK Northeast, and I so me and Barry like we train out of a rugby club. Like there's a wee rugby club down until like we lay down mats, and me and him and maybe a couple of pals like Stuart and Doug, they'll come down and give us hard like we'll just batter fuck at each other for hours on end.
yeah,
That's like I sometimes think that is better than like all these big gyms because we all know each other's games so well, like
yeah,
so well, and it's constant. Just like especially for Mitch, I said this to you before. Everyone in the build up, and when I got to the venue, were like, "Oh, how much footlock defense you've been working?" I'm like, "Zero." All right, I've been working footlock offense. I knew that full camp that I was going to go in there and footlock them.
yeah,
I wanted to prove a point. It was risky, but it worked. It worked. It.
yeah, yeah. But no, very, very, very big feather in your cap, man. Do you know what I mean? And
Mm.
that'll let people know that again for you. I mean, it's going to let other people see. Well, hold on, mate, you just beat Mitch Holy, so let's get him on our show, or let's. So it opens up a lot more doors for you as well.
Yeah, percent, man, 100%. It was a really good one to get. I was like I said before the match, I was a wee bit like, okay, I've got nothing to lose here. But in the back of my head, I was like, it could maybe snap my shit. But let's just not think about that. Let's go and you try and snap his shit, or not literally, like somehow.
Yeah, yeah. No, listen, awesome victory, definitely awesome victory.
Yeah,
So
definitely, man. It was a wee bit stressful like during the match because you know if you make a mistake, he's going to capitalize on it.
yeah,
Which is when it gets to that level, like there's a certain level where I'm realizing it more now with my matchups. You make one mistake and then someone can capitalize on it, man.
definitely. Especially the way guys train nowadays. I mean, the training nowadays. I mean, I always say this: some blue belts that are kicking about just now would have beat black belt. They're beating black belts now. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong, right? But they would have smashed a lot of the black belts from 10 years ago. Do you know what I mean? So, and again, in the next generation that comes through, 4, 5, 6 years time, they're going to be that good that. Do you know what I mean? They're going to be fucking beating black belts on a regular basis. Do you know what I mean? So,
it's cool. It's cool, man. It's like we're all getting so good, and
yeah,
we're catching up. We're catching up to the rest of the world now. So I think I'm the same. Like me and Barry, especially, I think we honestly just want the toughest matchups. Like we want like I'll fight a brown belt if I get offered it. I'll take it, right? Because at the end of the day, I've got nothing to lose. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out there and showcase my skills, and if it's enough, it's enough. If not, then I fucking tried.
Aye. I always laugh with Barry, man, because every time, because obviously Barry got a win recently, right? And then every time I'm there in person, I don't know if he's told you this, right? But
Oh yeah, you're the curse.
he says I'm the cuss, do you know what I mean? Because he loses, right? So all the fucking time, right? I think he's only ever won once. And I've seen Barry in sub onlys, I don't know how many times, a lot of times, and he's only ever won once, right? So, and he keeps saying to me, "Oh, it's your fault, Stum," right? And I'm like, "How's it my fault, Barry? Your jiu-jitsu's shite, man. It was shite on the day, right?" So, obviously, I'm laughing. Do you know what I mean? Barry's awesome. I think Barry's absolutely brilliant. But I just say to him, "Look, Barry, you're more nervous about getting an interview from me than you are about the fucking fight itself. So that's why you lost." Do you know what I mean? So I remember when he eventually did get a win, he was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" And he was so excited that he was there. He said, "Oh, I got a win for you, Stim." Do you know what I mean? Eventually, Barry. Eventually.
Eventually, man. Barry's a fucking meat dick, man. Fuck me, man. Over the oh, he's got like
But
oh,
aye, the Stum
oh,
curse apparently.
like the thing is, the day that he competed, especially like we both fought at Hollistown Habit, it was such a moody cunt the full day. But then that's what he needs to be like. See, when Barry's like on nice and that, you're like, all right, lock him. He's like, I don't feel nervous, but he was grumpy as fuck that day. I was like, he's gonna smash this guy.
Yeah,
Like, he's fucking, he's some boy, man, some boy.
yeah.
Blaming you
What's
though.
the,
No, yeah.
what's next for you then, Robbie? So obviously you just finished the ADCC there. So what's the plan going forward?
So after ADCC, I was like, all right, I might take a wee break for a bit because I was really busy at the start of this year, like really really busy,
Yeah.
and I was like, all right. And then Chris Bungard came up to me immediately after my match and was like, oh, you want to fight Marshall in 2 weeks? And I was like, ah. I was like, why not? So I took another match against Anton, another really good purple belt, and then got the dub in that. And then after that, I was like, okay, I really, really need to rest now. Like my body was feeling it. Like yeah, it was just kind of like okay. And I'm like moving out next week as well, so it's just kind of been sorting other shit. So I think the plan is get back into the scene about like mid October, November. Hopefully, get on an invitational. Maybe. But the end goal this year is to get like the ADCC British Gold. That's my goal. The only thing I'm kind of missing now is a British title,
Yeah.
so I want to get back out there and get that gold. Because last year when I done it and it was my first comp, but which I don't know why my first comp back was a British. I just fuck it. I was like, I really need to get this gold. So I really want it to be like the good end to the year, getting that ADCC British gold, and then obviously just anything that pops up, Stoon, man. Anything that pops up. If I get an offer to fight an invitation, I'm like, why not? Why not, man?
Definitely. Listen, it's always been a pleasure watching you. Do you know what I mean? I've seen you, do you know what I mean, live and in person for obviously a good few times now. Do you know what I mean? So it's always a pleasure watching. It's been brilliant to see you grow to where you are now.
Thank
And
you.
I can't wait to see what you're going to be like in a year's time, in 2 years' time,
Oh,
3, 4, 5 years' time.
I
So
can't even, honestly, just hopefully just keep getting better. Just keep training, keep fighting. Fucking stick to it, man. Like, I never want my name to be involved with a boring match.
yeah,
Like, that's the main thing. Like, I think for comps, it's kind of important that you go in and just win them because you're paying to be there. So I think it's important you go in with maybe like a hard game plan and like just win. Like, but I think with invitationals, it's people are paying to watch you. So
yeah,
fucking make paying with them while winning. It's
yeah,
it's what you should do, man. I didn't like people who just like stall to get a win. It's
yeah.
no fun to watch. Probably no fun to be a part of. Like just
Yeah, I talk about it all the time. I mean, you got an IBJJF comp, and there could be 100 matches, and out of that 100 matches, there'll be two very good matches,
yeah,
and the other 98 will be absolute horse shit, man. Do you know what I mean?
man. It's sometimes like I was cornering at the weekend there, and cornering two blue belts or three blue belts that were flying out of a gym and a white belt, and see the amount of times that I had to shout instructions of how to break someone's closed guard because they're just when they're in closed guard, I'm going to hold you here, man. Like I might have scored points, I'm just going to hold you here. Like it's nuts. It's nuts. It doesn't make it fun to watch. It doesn't make it fun to watch at all. Like, honestly, it's IBJJF as well. I'm not the biggest fan of that rule set, like, but it's good. I guess it's good for kind of getting into the competition scene.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say sub onlys is definitely the way to go, man. Do you know what I mean? Very rare that you'll see a sub only, especially ADCC. I mean, ADCC Scotland seem to have it spot on. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Whereas every single match is a very, very good match. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, 100%. A handful of matches that I've seen in that, I'm like, it's not that good. Like, yeah, it's just
yeah,
really, really.
aye. But who's your favourite guy to watch from Scotland?
Oh, that's a good question. I always like Arouge. Arouge is always kind of fun to watch. He's like a cat, man. Like it's mental. The footwork and passing that he's got is awesome. Really good. I'm trying to think who else, man. We've got so many good guys. Like there's so many good guys to watch. Obviously,
Yeah,
Cameron's got a win in the Polaris. That was awesome. Uh, just all those type of that caliber of folk, mate. I just any high level person I love to watch because you just
yeah,
respect. Like that's not easy to do what they're doing, man.
yeah. Arujo's fun, man, because Arujo started training with us when he was like 16. He moved over when he was 16, and he was always good. Do you know what I mean? He's always movement was crazy when he was 16, but it wasn't controlled, right? So,
That's
like,
it. Like
yeah, but maybe I wouldn't go that, but he he would throw himself into positions. Do you know what I mean? And it was good. He was a good blue belt. Do you know what I mean? A good blue belt. But then, as I said, what he then started doing was then controlling his movement, right? And control. Don't get me wrong, he had a bit of control, right? But he then started controlling it better, and then he started looking at footwork and do you know what I mean different things and the way he moves. Do you know what I mean? And obviously again coaching for him as well did massive
yeah,
things because it helps you as a coach, it helps you break down the moves, whereas
yeah,
obviously you get taught the move. If somebody said, okay, Robbie, I'm going to show you how to do a Toriando pass, right? This is how you do it. But then if you're showing it, then you're breaking it down in your head, so then you understand it more as a coach,
yeah.
so
Oh, yeah, because
that
you're
helped
breaking.
him.
You're like showing someone. You're like, I need to understand this to show it to someone else, man. And
Yeah,
then I think that all the time. See, when I show like one of my pals a technique, or like if in the kids' class I show a technique, I end up using it like that week because it's like really fresh in my brain, man. Like it
yeah,
kind of lingers, man. But most Scottish folk are like the high level are awesome to watch. I'm trying to think who
yeah,
else. Johnny Stewart, man, he is my hero. He is my hero, man. He's so fucking awesome. I spoke to him for the first time after ADCC, after he won the belt. I'm just like, bro, you're so fucking good. Like, so good, so good. I seen him on Grapple Fest as well not that long ago, and he's really. I think he's like easily the best in Scotland, like showcasing what Scottish Jiu-Jitsu is about. He's so
yeah,
good, man.
yeah. He's my top five, definitely my top five.
Yeah, yeah.
I did an interview with him last week, and he
I
doesn't
seen
really
that.
do a lot of interviews, but he did. He did. Do you know what I mean? We managed to sort out an interview, and do you know what I mean? Sean is one of these guys. When you watch him, he doesn't even look interested, right?
I love it.
Because
I
he's
love it, man.
yeah, because he's so calm, right? You can get him in a footwalk, and he'll just be sitting there like looking about. Do you know what
What
I
am I
mean?
having for dinner tonight?
Yeah, he just honestly he doesn't seem like he's there, right? But
Yeah.
he's 100% there. Do you know what I mean?
Oh
So
man, honestly, like IQ while grappling just looks like it's a different level. Like
yeah.
he just looks like he knows where to be when. Like I'd love to train with him at some point, man. Like it would be so fun.
He's a
He's
fucking horrible role, man. He's a
that's what you
nasty
want,
little
man. That's
bastard,
what
man.
you
He's
want.
a nasty bastard. Do you know what I mean? So,
Want, mate. Honestly, you want someone to do that to you. It just makes it get better.
yeah, yeah. No,
You didn't want
definitely.
around like that's easy. Never an easy round, man. Never.
Well, he does the open match on the Sundays. 10 o'clock on Sundays. Do you know what I mean? It's open to everybody, anybody from
Yeah.
wherever. Do you know what I mean? So maybe if there's a time that you're over, or do you know what I mean, you're over for a comp, you're staying over or whatever, then definitely jump in, man, because there's a
Yeah.
lot of high level guys. A lot of high level guys. I was
Oh
down
yeah.
on Sunday there, and I think there was what 3 black belts on the mat at the time. So obviously a few brown belts, a lot of coloured belts. Do you know what I mean? So there was very few white belts. Do you know what I mean? So but all mostly all coloured belts, and the mat was fucking. Do you know what I mean? Everybody was doing well, doing really really well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Good to see, man. It's awesome.
yes. Final thing then, anybody you want to shout out to, Robbie? So as I said, it's been an amazing year so far, but you've got some amazing people around you.
Oh.
But anybody in particular you want to shout out to?
Uh, yeah, obviously first my sponsors. I'm sponsored by UGym where we teach the classes. They always kind of help me out with strength and conditioning and that. My other sponsor is my pal Cameron Wallace, Carvins. He helps me out with comps and that. Obviously all my training partners, like there's so many of them. Like there's so
Apart
many.
from Barry. Apart from
Apart
Barry.
from Barry, man, fuck that. Uh, no, but out to Baz. Just Stuart. Stuart, he's a wee white belt. He's been my pal for years, and we got him into jits like last year, not even like 9 months ago, and he's already fought in like 2 invitationals. Like he's just been, and he drives us all over the shop. Like he'll take us to any comps. Obviously, my girlfriend Melody, she helps a lot. Like whenever my body's sore, that like she'll fucking help me out. Whenever I need food, she'll give me food. My mum, anyone that just helps me train as well, man. There's so many folk I couldn't even name them. Like
Yeah.
Big Cam, Max, that they're all like all helped me so much, especially this past year. Like every new matchup, there's always like them coming to me like, "This is what we need to do. Like this is what you have to do." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah. Nah. Amazing people around you, man. Absolutely amazing people. So obviously I know a lot of them, a lot of the people that you mentioned, do you know what I mean? Um so it's
They're
amazing. Do you know what I mean?
they're just great folk. Like that's another thing. Like they humble you. Like they tell you when you need to be like, right, you need to lock in. Like you need to really focus for this one. You need to be careful with that. Like, didn't like they always like cautiously be in my back. You know what I mean? No, like more
Yeah,
than in like remember, this is what you need to do if you want to stay in the track that you're on. Just keep going.
definitely. Definitely. Well, listen, I'm a huge fan, Robbie. You know that. I fucking love seeing you out
Uh,
there. Do you know what I mean? Very, very exciting guy to watch. Do you know what I mean? I love it when people come out and they are exciting. They put on exciting matchups. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it's all about. I mean, people are
yeah,
paying money. They don't want to come and see two guys just lie on top of each other. Do you know what I mean? So,
exactly. Like, and honestly, the way I look at it is like I just want to keep getting on bigger shows and bigger opportunities. Like, I want a sponsorship. I want to get in Grapple Fest, and to do that, you need to be fucking exciting, man.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you just need to keep going. Like, I didn't. Like I said to you, I just didn't see the point in being born.
Yes. But anybody want to follow Robbie, head over to Instagram. Obviously, he's on Instagram, Robbie Ferguson. Just have a look for him in the nice red and white scramble rash guard. So
You
you'll
know
see the
it,
picture.
mate.
Big, handsome guy in a red and white scramble
I didn't care
rash
about
guard.
fit, big, maybe handsome, no
All right, he's an average size, handsome guy.
big.
Do you know what I mean? So, but no, head over to Instagram, follow him. He regularly posts stuff. Do you know what I mean? So you can see things about his matchups, what he's doing, and things like that. So definitely hit him up. Do you know what I mean? So even if guys want to talk, I mean, a lot of these jits guys and even MMA guys, if you send them a message about maybe something, do you know what I mean, these guys are. They actually do answer you back. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So,
Oh, it's
unless it's Barry Monroe, Barry doesn't answer anybody back. Do you know what I mean? So,
bro. Honestly,
it's,
like
it's,
get
it's so
that.
selfish.
Oh, bro, useless, useless.
But definitely follow Robbie on the Instagram. Do you know what I mean? So, so there we go, guys. Robbie Ferguson, Mandala Escocia Jiu Jitsu. Um, absolute unbelievable talent coming out of Scotland. Do you know what I mean? So, as he's not been doing it that long in comparison to a lot of these guys that are out there at a similar level, but he's certainly fucking out there in competition, man. He's smoking these guys. Do you know what I mean? And he's going to continue smoking them for
Oh,
our entertainment. So,
absolutely, man. All for you. All for you.
Yes, but Robbie, absolute pleasure. Thank you very much, brother.
Pleasure to.
And listen, I'll catch up with you guys soon. Do you know what I mean? The last time I saw Barry, we had a few rolls. So, do you know what I mean? I definitely. Cammy's always saying to me, "Oh, you should come up, and I never do, man." So,
get over to Mandala, folks. That'll be class to see you.
Up. Yeah, because I used to love travelling about and going to different gyms. Do you know what I mean? So, like all the way from like fucking Inverness, HMAC Inverness, and so on, all the way down to like Berwick and stuff like that. So I used to travel about, but I've not done it for the last maybe few years since COVID. Do you know what I mean? So I'll need to start doing it again.
Absolutely, man. More than welcome to anytime.
Appreciate it, brother. But listen, thank you again. Enjoy the rest of your day, Robbie. And listen, I'll see you soon, brother.
I'll see you soon, my man. Thank you so much.
Take it easy.
Take it easy.